What's going on, guys? So Elliot Atwell was finally arrested the other day, and not for the reasons that we were hoping he would be arrested for, or I was hoping he would be arrested for. He was encouraging minors a little while ago. I made a video on this to film themselves having sex, and at the same time encouraging them to have intercourse with women, men, whatever, and film it without them knowing. So obviously the guy, in my opinion, should be in jail. Bar none. Like, I don't care. So the FBI finally did arrest him for distributing drugs over state borders, which, by the way, is a very big offense, and it was to a minor. So definitely a big deal. Big charge in and of itself. I would hope the FBI has more on him than that. And first of all, that is a big crime. Distributing drugs to a minor across state borders without a prescription is a big deal. And obviously, the parents intercepted it, got in contact with the police, and the guy was arrested. So, obviously, Viagra is a very specific drug, and sending it to a minor, I would think, I could be wrong, he wasn't concerned about his performance or his well-being. I think he probably wanted something out of it. We have a history of him wanting pornography, child pornography, or pornography of a minor, stuff like that. So I would assume, I could be wrong, that is what that would have been for, but I cannot say for certain. So anyway, all I want to say is that he is in custody. I think the charges will stick. There's a lot of evidence, obviously, to prove what he did. I hope that they have more on the guy. I hope he gets locked up for the rest of his life, to be honest. This makes coaches in the fitness industry, it messes up the industry for everybody else when you have guys like this, because I'm not even going to say most, I hope most coaches are genuinely good people and want to help people succeed and aren't coaching kids or minors or whatever, anybody in that matter, aren't coaching them in order to see more of them. You know what I mean? Like, you should never get involved coaching somebody that you have a sexual interest in. I'm just going to put that out there. Like, that is never, you should just cut it off, go coach somebody else. Don't coach anybody that you have sexual interest in. As a coach, you should never do that. And there's all kinds of problems. Even if you're an adult and you are a coach, there's a problem coaching somebody that you are interested in being with. There is massive issues there. So, first of all, for coaches out there in general, you can't do that, no matter what. Second of all, if it's with a minor, it makes it 1,000 times worse because it's very illegal. So, just I don't understand what goes through these people's heads. Obviously, there is a percentage. I'm a coach myself. I coach ski racing. I coach kids. So it touches home to me because there is a percentage of people that get into coaching literally to be around minors and try to be sexually active with them. There is a percentage of people that do that. I don't know what percent, but obviously it does happen. And it really pisses me off, to be honest, and it's disgusting. And I just have a really hard time with it. I think that I just have a really hard time with that. And anyway, I'm glad the guy got locked up. I'm going to stop talking about this because, honestly, I don't know enough information on it. But that's the information that I have. Sentencing obviously hasn't been done yet. So that's it. I'm just sharing the information. But in general, as a coach, it messes up the way that people look at coaches, especially in the fitness industry when we coach people for aesthetics, we coach people for all this stuff, but I don't coach somebody to look better because I'm interested. I have a girlfriend. I couldn't care less what anybody else looks like, to be honest. When people hire me for a coach, I coach them to their goals, and that's it. It's professional. You want to be 6 foot body fat, whatever. Yes, you're probably going to have to send me a picture of wearing clothes. You don't have to send me a picture in a bathing suit if you don't want to, but if you're going to be a physique competitor, and you're a guy, okay, it's probably a good idea that you can see your abs. That stuff I understand. When you get asked people, I would never in a million years ask somebody to send me a picture in their underwear. As a guy, girl, whatever, I wouldn't do it because I don't have to. I wouldn't want to see it. And second of all, I don't need to see it. Even when you get down to physique, bodybuilders, all this stuff, you never have to see somebody in less than what they're competing in. And that I don't care what sport it is. So anybody out there, if you have a coach that ever asks you for pictures that are less than what you're competing in, find a different coach, because that's not right. There's no reason. What the judges see is all that a coach should ever have to see. And if you're a classic physique competitor and you wear you wear board shorts. For me, for instance, I did physique shows. Think I'm sending people update pictures of my underwear? No. I'm sending them in board shorts that I'm going to be competing in. That's a little bit of common sense. Why would I have to send pictures with anything less than that? I wouldn't have to, and neither does anybody else. And females, I feel like, get in this bag too. Guys will hit on female clients. It happens all the time. I see it all the time. And it's not professional. It messes up the way that people look at our industry. Our industry is messed up enough as it is. Fitness industry, bodybuilding world is more messed up than any other industry, in my opinion. We have a ton of problems. And when it comes to this stuff, you're dealing with, for the most part, attractive people. Most people that get into physique shows, bikini shows, are attractive. And I'm just gonna be straight up about this. You have genuinely attractive people that want to compete in physique and bikini. Bodybuilding, different story. It's a freak show, different story. Everybody has their thing. But let's talk about bikini and physique, because that's taken over, and a lot of people, mainstream people, are competing in that. But for the most part, people that compete in physique and bikini are attractive-looking people. And you're going to be honest about this. People that genuinely are active and can get down to 7-8% body fat are genuinely going to look good. Let's just be realistic. And you guys can argue with me all you want. You can have your own opinion. But the issue is with this is that coaches, and it goes both ways, guys and girls. Typically, though, there are male coaches in this industry. That's what I've noticed. And yes, a lot of them hit on guys too. Don't get me wrong. But I'm going to talk about the females first. Actually, it doesn't matter. Most of you guys aren't females. But for the females in general, because I know some of you guys that are watching this are coaches, you cannot hit on your female clients. You cannot do that. I've had so many issues with that. And like, I have a girlfriend, for instance, and I coach females. I have coached females. And she's been concerned about that before. And I'm like, I will never in a million years, first of all, I have a relationship anyway. But even if I was single, I would never hit on somebody or try to ever be with somebody I was coaching. There's so many problems that it creates conflict of interest. And honestly, it goes from being a professional thing to a biased thing. And at that point, it can no longer be coaching. Because then when you're interested in somebody, like let's say I try to coach my girlfriend. Let's take something that's not even messed up. Let's say my girlfriend came to me and was like, I want you to coach me to get into a bikini show. I would not be able to do that properly because I would have a bias. I would want her to look a way I want to look, not the way the judges want somebody to look. So as soon as you cross that line, there's a problem. You have to look at things objectively, and you cannot be you cannot want to be with somebody that you're going to be coaching because it makes you want to create what you want. Makes any sense? Not what the judges will think will win. And I think that's the biggest problem. And like, that's a problem in the coaching part. Even if you're both adults and you're both open to being with each other, even if you take that, the best case scenario, it's still wrong. So you take it to the point that you're dealing with minors. First of all, that's totally illegal. But if people just hitting on their clients in general, I have big problems with. And I'm glad this guy's in jail. Sorry, this was a massive rant about coaches in general. But this guy, I think it's best that he's behind bars. I think he should stay there for the rest of his life. That's it. There's a lot of evidence. I've looked at some other stuff on the internet. You guys can find this stuff out for yourself. Anyway, I'm going to stop this video. Yes, he got arrested. I will update you on more of the story. Sorry for the long rant. If you guys are still here, please like this video.